Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Vern Gauthier. Welcome to the Sunday Morning Fitness Tips. Last week I explained the power movement and how to properly execute the push-up. This week I would like to continue with chest tips, or the pectoral major and minor. But for talking purposes, we're just going to call it chest. Okay? Now, when we're speaking of general fitness, you must understand that the three primary muscle groups that you want to work are chest, back, and legs. When working any of these muscle groups, you are pulling in all of the supporting muscle groups. The shoulders, the tricep, the bicep, the forearm, the calves, all the supporting muscle groups are all coming into play when you work any of those three. With one exception that requires a little more specialty work would be the core. So today I'd like to talk a little more on the chest. There are two different ways of working the chest. First, you have the power movement that I explained last week, which means more than one joint being pulled into the movement. With more than one joint, there's more than one muscle group. When you are doing a pressing movement, chest is your primary muscle group. The front of the shoulder and the tricep are your secondary, or your supporting muscle group. There's also an isolation exercise, which means one joint being pulled into the movement, such as a fly or pec deck, or some sort of movement like that, where there's only one joint being pulled into the movement. Now, with those two coming into play, I'd like to talk about angles. Okay? So when I am working chest and I do a press, when I press straight out, it is point of insertion in my shoulder. The pec inserts into my shoulder or into my arm. The point of insertion to the angle that I am working. So when I'm pressing straight out, its point of insertion straight across is working the primary part of my chest, the center of the chest, or the primary part. Okay? As I change my angle and I press up, as such as an incline press, now it's point of insertion straight across, and I'm working the upper part of my chest, which is usually a weaker area and requires a little more attention. When I am pressing down, it's point of insertion straight across, which is the lower part of the chest. Same goes for any of your isolation. Any of the angles that you are working works the area in a different way. The more angles that you can pull into the workout, the better off that you're going to be. When working general fitness, keep your rep range around 15 or so. In future tips, I'm going to talk a little more about why your rep range stays where it is, why I should be down at 6 or 8, or why I should go up to 20 or 50. But for today, just think of 15 reps or so on each one. The more angles that you can put into the workout, the better off you're going to be, or the more complete the muscle is going to be. So thank you very much for coming today and listening, and I enjoy talking to you on Sunday morning. I can't wait till next week, and we'll talk about something else. Thank you so much. Enjoy your Sunday, and God bless.